This is Michael Dickerson, KC9PHK, here today with video number 6 of the 2015 to 2019 General Class Question Pool. This video will take approximately 30 minutes, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. We'll go through a section of the General Class questions, and there are several other videos ahead of this, and should be approximately 2 more after this if you are studying for your General Class radio license. First section today, G5C, covering resistors, capacitors, and inductors in series and parallel, as well as transformers. G5C01, what causes a voltage to appear across the secondary winding of a transformer when the AC voltage source is connected across its primary winding? A. Capacitive coupling. B. Displacement current coupling. C. Mutual inductance. Or D. Mutual capacitance. Correct answer is C. Mutual inductance. G5C02. What happens if you reverse the primary and secondary windings of a 4-to-1 voltage step-down transformer? A. The secondary voltage becomes 4 times the primary voltage. B. The transformer no longer functions as it is in a unidirectional device. C. Additional resistance must be added in series with the primary to prevent overload. Or D. Additional resistance must be added in parallel with the secondary to prevent overload. Correct answer A. The secondary voltage becomes 4 times the primary voltage. G5C03. Which of the following components should be added to an existing resistor to increase the resistance? A. A resistor in parallel. B. A resistor in series. C. A capacitor in series. Or D. A capacitor in parallel. The correct answer is B. A resistor in series. G5C04. What is the total resistance of 3 100 ohm resistors in parallel? A. 0.30 ohms. B. 0.33 ohms. C. 33.3 ohms. Or D. 300 ohms. Correct answer here is C. 33.3 ohms. G5C05. If 3 equal value resistors in series produce 450 ohms, what is the value of each resistor? A. 1500 ohms. B. 90 ohms. C. 150 ohms. Or D. 175 ohms. Correct answer is C. 150 ohms. G5C06. What is the RMS voltage across a 500 turn secondary winding in a transformer if the 2250 turn primary is connected to 120 volt AC? A. 2370 volts. B. 540 volts. C. 26.7 volts. Or D. 5.9 volts. Correct answer is C. 26.7 volts. G5C07. What is the turns ratio of a transformer used to match an audio amplifier having 600 ohm output impedance to a speaker having 4 ohm impedance? A. 12.2 to 1. B. 24.4 to 1. C. 150 to 1. Or D. 300 to 1. Correct answer is A. 12.2 to 1. G5C08. What is the equivalent capacitance of 2 5.0 nanofarad capacitors and 1 750 picofarad capacitor connected in parallel? A. 576.9 nanofarads. B. 1733 picofarads. C. 3583 picofarads. Or D. 10.750 nanofarads. Correct answer is D. 10.750 nanofarads. G5C09. What is the capacitance of 3 100 microfarad capacitors connected in series? A. 0.30 microfarads, B. 0.33 microfarads, C. 33.3 microfarads, or D. 300 microfarads. Correct answer is C. 33.3 microfarads. G5C10. What is the inductance of three 10 millihenry inductors connected in parallel? A. 0.30 henries, B. 3.3 henries, C. 3.3 millihenries, or D. 30 millihenries. Correct answer here, C. 3.3 millihenries. G5C11. What is the inductance of a 20 millihenry inductor connected in series with a 50 millihenry inductor? A. 0.07 millihenries, B. 14.3 millihenries, C. 70 millihenries, or D. 1000 millihenries. Correct answer, C. 70 millihenries. G5C12. What is the capacitance of a 20 microfarad capacitor connected in series with a 50 microfarad capacitor? A. 0.07 microfarads, B. 14.3 microfarads, C. 70 microfarads, or D. 1000 microfarads. Correct answer, B. 14.3 microfarads. G5C13. Which of the following components should be added to a capacitor to increase the capacitance? A. An inductor in series, B. A resistor in series, C. A capacitor in parallel, or D. A capacitor in series. Correct answer, C. A capacitor in parallel. G5C14. Which of the following components should be added to a capacitor to increase the capacitance? A. An inductor in series, B. A resistor in series, C. A capacitor in parallel, or D. A capacitor in series. Correct answer, D. A capacitor in series. G5C15. What is the total resistance of a 10 ohm, a 20 ohm, and a 50 ohm resistor connected in parallel? A. 5.9 ohms, B. 0.17 ohms, C. 10,000 ohms, or D. 80 ohms. Correct answer, A. 5.9 ohms. G5C16. Why is the conductor of the primary winding of many voltage step-up transformers larger in diameter than the conductor of the secondary winding? A. To improve the coupling between the primary and secondary. B. To accommodate the higher current of the primary. C. To prevent parasitic oscillations due to resistive losses in the primary. Or D. To ensure that the volume of the primary winding is equal to the volume of the secondary winding. Correct answer, B. To accommodate the higher current of the primary. G5C17. What is the value in nanofarads of a 22,000 PF capacitor? A. 0.22 nanofarads, B. 2.2 nanofarads, C. 22 nanofarads, or D. 220 nanofarads. Correct answer, C. 22 nanofarads. G5C18. What is the value in microfarads of a 4700 nanofarad capacitor? A. 47 microfarads, B. 0.47 microfarads, C. 47,000 microfarads, or D. 4.7 microfarads. D. 4.7 microfarads is the correct answer. Subelement G6, covering circuit components. 2 exam questions come from the 2 groups in group. Subelement C6, G6. G6A covers resistors, capacitors, inductors, rectifiers, solid-state diodes, and transistors, as well as vacuum tubes and batteries. Continuing on, G6A01. What is the maximum allowable discharge voltage for a maximum life of a standard 12-volt lead-acid battery? A. 6 volts, B. 8.5 volts, C. 10.5 volts, or D. 12 volts. Correct answer here is C, 10.5 volts. G6A02, what is the advantage of the low internal resistance of nickel-cadmium batteries? A, long life, B, high discharge current, C, high voltage, or D, rapid recharge? Correct answer B, high discharge current. G6A03, what is the approximate junction threshold voltage of a germanium diode? A, 0.1 volt, B, 0.3 volts, C, 0.7 volts, or D, 1.0 volts? Correct answer B, 0.3 volts. G6A04, when is it acceptable to recharge a carbon zinc primary cell? A, as long as the voltage has not been allowed to drop below 1.0 volt. B, when the cell is kept warm during the recharging period. C, when a constant current charger is used. Or D, never. Correct answer D, never. G6A05, what is the approximate junction threshold voltage of a conventional silicone diode? A, 0.1 volt, B, 0.3 volts, C, 0.7 volts, or D, 1.0 volts? Correct answer C, 0.7 volts. G6A06, which of the following is an advantage of using a Schottky diode in an RF switching circuit rather than a standard silicon diode? A, lower capacitance, B, lower inductance, C, longer switching times, or D, higher breakdown voltage? Correct answer A, lower capacitance. G6A07, what are the stable operating points for a bipolar transistor used as a switch in a logic circuit? A, its saturation and cutoff regions. B, its active region between the cutoff and saturation regions. C, its peak and valley current points. Or D, its enhancement and depletion modes? Correct answer A, its saturation and cutoff regions. G6A08, why must the cases of some large power transistors be insulated from ground? A, to increase the beta of the transistor. B, to improve the power dissipation capability. C, to reduce stray capacitance. Or D, to avoid shorting the collector or drain voltage to ground? Correct answer is D, to avoid shorting the collector or drain voltage to ground. G6A09, which of the following describes the construction of a MOSFET? A, the gate is formed by a back bias junction. B, the gate is separated from the channel with a thin insulating layer. C, the source is separated from the drain by a thin insulating layer. Or D, the source is formed by depositing metal on silicon? Correct answer B, the gate is separated from the channel with a thin insulating layer. G6A10, which element of a triode vacuum tube is used to regulate the flow of electrons between cathode and plate? A, grid control, B, heater, C, screen grid, or D, trigger electrode? Correct answer A, control grid. G6A11, which of the following solid-state devices is most like a vacuum tube in its general operating characteristics? A, bipolar transistor, B, a field effect transistor, C, a tunnel diode, or D, a varistor? Correct answer B, a field effect transistor. G6A12, what is the primary purpose of a screen grid in a vacuum tube? A, to reduce grid-to-plate capacitance. B, to increase efficiency. C, to increase the control grid resistance. D, to decrease plate resistance. Correct answer A, to reduce grid-to-plate capacitance. G6A13, why is the polarity of applied voltages important for polarized capacitors? A, incorrect polarity can cause the capacitor to short circuit. B, reverse voltages can destroy the dielectric layer of an electrolytic capacitor. C, the capacitor could overheat and explode. Or D, all of these choices are correct. Correct answer D, all of these choices are correct. G6A14, which of the following is an advantage of ceramic capacitors as compared to other types of capacitors? A, tight tolerance, B, high stability, C, high capacitance for given volume, or D, comparatively low cost. Correct answer is D, comparatively low cost. G6A15, which of the following is an advantage of an electrolytic capacitor? A, tight tolerance, B, much less leakage than other types, C, high capacitance for a given volume, or D, inexpensive RF capacitor. Correct answer C, high capacitance for a given volume. G6A16, what will happen to the resistance if the temperature of a resistor is increased? A, it will change depending on the resistor's reactance coefficient. B, it will stay the same. C, it will change depending on the resistor's temperature coefficient. Or D, it will become time dependent. Correct answer C, it will change depending on the resistor's temperature coefficient. G6A17, which of the following is the reason not to use wire-wound resistors in an RF circuit? A, the resistor's tolerance value would not be adequate for such a circuit. B, the resistor's inductance could make circuit performance unpredictable. C, the resistor could overheat. Or D, the resistor's internal capacitance would detune the circuit. Correct answer is B, the resistor's inductance could make the circuit performance unpredictable. G6A18, what is an advantage of using a ferrite core toroidal inductor? A, large values of inductance may be obtained. B, the magnetic properties of the core may be optimized for a specific range of frequencies. C, most of the magnetic field is contained in the core. Or D, all of these choices are correct. Correct answer is D, all of these choices are correct. G6A19, how should the winding axes of two solenoid inductors be oriented for minimize their mutual inductance? A, in line, B, parallel to each other, C, at right angles to each other, or D, interleaved. Correct answer here is C, at right angles to each other. Moving on, G6B, analog and digital integrated circuits, microprocessors, memory, I/O devices, microwave ICs, MMICs, and display devices. First up, G6B01, which of the following is an analog integrated circuit? A, NAND gate, B, microprocessor, C, frequency counter, or D, linear voltage regulator. Correct answer here is D, linear voltage regulator. G6B02, what is meant by the term MMIC? A, multi-megabyte integrated circuit, B, monolithic microwave integrated circuit, C, military manufactured integrated circuit, or D, mode modulated integrated circuit. Correct answer B, monolithic microwave integrated circuit. G6B03, which of the following is an advantage of CMOS integrated circuits compared to TTL integrated circuits? A, low power consumption, B, high power handling capabilities, C, better suited for RF amplification, D, better suited for power supply regulation. Correct answer A, low power consumption. G6B04, what is meant by the term ROM? A, resistor operated memory, B, read-only memory, C, random operational memory, or D, resistant to overload memory. Correct answer B, read-only memory. Alright, G6B05, what is meant when memory is characterized as non-volatile? A, it is resistant to radiation damage. B, it is resistant to high temperatures. C, the stored information is maintained even if power is removed. D, the stored information cannot be changed once written. Correct answer C, the stored information is maintained even if power is removed. G6B06, what kind of device is an integrated circuit operational amplifier? A, digital, B, MMIC, C, programmable logic, or D, analog. Correct answer D, analog. G6B07, which of the following is an advantage of an LED indicator compared to an incandescent indicator? A, low power consumption, B, faster response times, C, longer life, or D, all of these choices are correct. And the correct answer is D, all of these choices are correct. G6B08, how is an LED biased when emitting light? A, beyond cutoff, B, at the Zener voltage, C, reverse biased, or D, forward biased? Correct answer is D, forward biased. G6B09, which of the following is a characteristics of a liquid crystal display? A, it requires ambient or backlighting. B, it offers a wide dynamic range. C, it has a wide viewing angle. Or D, all of these choices are correct. Correct answer is A, it requires ambient or backlighting. G6B10, what two devices in an amateur radio station might be connected using a USB interface? A computer and transceiver. B, microphone and transceiver. C, amplifier and antenna. Or D, power supply and amplifier. Correct answer A, computer and transceiver. G6B11, what is a microprocessor? A low power analog signal processor used as a microwave detector. B, a computer on a single integrated circuit. C, a microwave detector, amplifier, and local oscillator on a single integrated circuit. Or D, a low voltage amplifier used in a microwave transmitter modulator stage. Correct answer B, a computer on a single integrated circuit. G6B12, which of the following connectors would be a good choice for a serial data port? A, the PL259. B, type N. C, type SMA. Or D, the DE-9. Correct answer is D, DE-9. G6B13, which of the following connector types is commonly used for RF connections at frequencies at up to 150 megahertz? A, octal. B, RJ11. C, PL259. Or D, DB25. Correct answer C, PL259. G6B14, which of these connector types is commonly used for audio signals in amateur radio stations? A, the PL259. B, BNC. C, RCA phono. Or D, type N. Correct answer C, RCA phono. G6B15, what is the main reason to use keyed connectors instead of non-keyed types? A, prevent use of unauthorized persons. B, reduce the chance of incorrect mating. C, higher current carrying capacity. Or D, all of these choices are correct. Correct answer is B, reduced chance of incorrect mating. G6B16, which of the following describes a type N connector? A moisture-resistant RF connector useful to 10 GHz. B, a small bayonet connector used for data circuits. C, a threaded connector used for hydraulic systems. Or D, an audio connector used in surround sound installations. Correct answer is A, moisture-resistant RF connection useful to 10 GHz. G6B17, what is the general description of a DIN type connector? A special connector for microwave interfacing. B, a DC power connector rated for currents between 30 and 50 amperes. C, a family of multiple circuit connectors suitable for audio and control signals. Or D, a special watertight connector for use in marine applications. Correct answer is C, a family of multiple circuit connectors suitable for audio and control signals. G6B18, what is a type of SMA connector? A large bayonet connector usable at power levels in excess of 1 kilowatt. B, a small threaded connector suitable for signals up to several gigahertz. C, a connector designed for serial multiple access signals. Or D, a type of push-on connector intended for high voltage applications. Correct answer here is B, a small threaded connector suitable for signals up to several gigahertz. And that concludes this video. Stay tuned, and we will have 2 additional videos for the general class license released soon. Thank you.